Good afternoon, everyone. This is Aaron Becker, and I am not here with a book review. I'm actually here to talk about Ben Franklin's book, his autobiography, and a little bit about what it was that really kind of changed things in Franklin's life. So, um, Ben Franklin was actually he saw a friend cross the street in front of him, and kind of hide from him there in Philadelphia as he was going about some business. And so Franklin went and talked to another friend about this, and the guy said, "Ben, we love you, but you're insufferable." And what this did is it caused him to think about how he does things, how he presents himself, how he interacts with the people in his society that are around him. And in his own way, he thought of, now he doesn't really say what influences got him to the point of, like how he figured out what virtues to work on. But I really want to kind of talk about Ben Franklin's 13 virtues. We're going to do this in 3 parts. So the first part today is going to be the first 5. And so the reason is because Turning Leaf Solutions is about self-leadership and about leading ourselves into a brighter future, a better future. One of my friends likes to say, you can't take your dull self into a bright new future, because you only take that old dull self with you. You have to grow and change. Now, I'm not saying you have to grow and change. I'm saying that depending on what you want in life, I would recommend that you grow and change, because it's going to make getting what you want a whole lot easier. So in his 13 virtues, and what he did is he broke them up, and he worked on them throughout the year. They each got 1 week throughout the year. And if I remember correctly, this broke down to about 4 weeks each for throughout the whole year. And so his first virtue that he has is temperance. And he wrote, "Eat not to dullness, drink not to elevation." And temperance comes in not just in food and drink, as Ben talks about it, but also in every aspect of how we take care of ourselves. From the media that we take in, from how we work out, and how we take care of the physical health of our body. Not just that food or drink, but in the things that we feed ourselves too. What are you eating? What are you changing in your diet? And for those of you that know me really well, this is an area that I've struggled with for a long time, and that I continue to work through and fine-tune and tweak and improve, because I know that I'm not where I want to be with that for myself, right? So, drink not to elevation. Now, one of the interesting things I have found in the last 3 years of studying modern day leaders is that they tend to cut out alcohol altogether. Now, that's not exclusive, that's not everyone, but a bunch of them cut alcohol out completely. Some of them only drink on special occasions, those things like that. That's personal choice. And that's what you got to figure out on your own too, is you've got to figure out what is going to work best for you. And for everybody, that's different. That's going to be different for what your needs are specifically. So the next thing is silence. Speak not but what may benefit others or yourself. Avoid trifling conversation. Now, if you know anything about Ben Franklin's early life, the dude could argue up a storm. And he did often, which is one of the reasons why his friends tended to avoid him. because he would be right some of the time, maybe even most of the time. But most people don't want to be told that they're wrong unless you can do it in a way that doesn't belittle them, demean them, or to diminish who they are. And a lot of times we take things personally, even when they're not meant to be personal, like a personal attack on somebody. And I can tell you right now, like, well, this one of the things I'm working with my boys is, like, not everything that's said to you is true, or you have to show up at the fight you're being invited to by your brother. You don't have to show up at that argument. So silence, hold your tongue. Speak what benefits. And I can tell you in my own experience, this is something that I did not intentionally develop. It developed over time in a couple different situations that played a big part in my growth. One of them was where I was introduced in a situation where I was a new person on the team. I knew my stuff, but I didn't know the people I was working with. And I was going to be there I had a 2-year commitment. And so I wanted to learn from the other people and adapt and kind of take the things that I could from them and then fold my own knowledge and skills into stuff and just kind of, improve those things. Later on, I got introduced to another group where I was invited to sit on a board of 12 people that reported to a regional leader of this church. And going in there, I was by far the youngest. Oh man, it had to be at least by like 25 years. And a lot of the guys on that board had served in other leadership callings over 30, 40 years. So I mean, we're talking a group, like half of them, if they only had 25 years of experience, we're talking that's 150 years of experience minimum on this board, life experience, leadership experience. And I'm the new guy. And so I learned there to just listen, to learn, to gain from their wisdom. And then as I got more comfortable and I felt I could make a point that would elevate the conversation, that would strengthen what was happening, I would speak. And what I ended up doing is I ended up carrying that into other parts of my life. Because I have been known to be confrontational myself. So, speak not but what may benefit others or yourself. Avoid trifling conversation. Silence. That was his virtue. Order. Number 3. Let all your things have their places. Let each part of your business have its time. Order, in my opinion, is something that should be throughout your life. One should take the time to systematize and order the way that they do things. And what this does is it provides one with the right tools to be able to find your keys, find your wallet, know where your computer bag is, know where you would put something to hide it if you needed to. Like, I have kids in the house, so sometimes we kind of stash things in different places where they're not going to find them. But order to me is building in routines, subroutines, the way that you do things, So that way you have a system of order for your life. My apologies there. Okay? And it has to be something that works for you. For example, I just realized I forgot to take an allergy medicine this morning because it's a new process that I've added to my routine because we're trying some things with the doctor. But I have a certain routine for things. Before I go to bed, I put all my clothes in our bathroom that I'm going to need to get dressed while my wife is still sleeping. So I can get up, shower, get dressed, and go do my stuff without disturbing her. And I build little pieces into that routine. So when I get up in the morning, there's X, Y, Z. Because that helps me be more efficient with my time. Excuse me. That helps me take advantage of the processes of getting ready for the day. The process of winding down for the night. The process of doing X, of doing Y, of doing Z. And I have found in my own self that this order that Ben talks about here works for everything. Everything has a place. As I say to my kids often, everything has a place and everything in its place. Just order. Put order in your life and allow it to solve problems for you. And it will help you. All right. Number 4, resolution. Resolve to perform what you ought. Perform without fail what you resolve. So, my interpretation of the way that he words this is focus on the things that you're supposed to be responsible for and take care of them. Resolution. Resolve to perform. And then work at what you do consistently until it gets better and better and better and you become proficient in it. This goes back to the 10,000 hours. This goes back to, improving performance. This goes back to developing certain habits and talents. Okay? And don't let yourself get discouraged while you work through that process. Absolutely don't let yourself get discouraged as you work through that process. Number 5 that Ben Franklin had was frugality. Make no expense but to do good to others or yourself, waste nothing. And he had a very interesting approach to this. I know from reading his biography that what he did when it came to his own print shop is when he first got started there, is he mostly ate a diet of vegetables for a long time until the print shop became profitable enough that he could afford meat regularly. Now, he'd get some for special occasions and things, but he became a vegetarian for a while as he was building up his print shop and getting it up and running. And he also was wise with his finances. He had made some mistakes and learned from them. I really feel, own interpretation, that Ben Franklin was a smart enough guy that he would look and take examples from other people and learn from their mistakes and their successes. That's part of what his Junto Club was about, was learning from each other, working together with other people. And that became a really successful forum for him. Sorry, guys. I got a tickle in my throat, apparently. So, when it comes to frugality and how you live and how you spend your money, what I would recommend is a book called 47 Principles. Actually, it's called Financial Fitness, 47 Principles to... Hold on, let me just get it off the book. Financial Fitness, the Offense, Defense, and Playing Field of Personal Finance The 47 Principles by Orrin Woodward and Chris Brady. Okay. It's a great book. One of my favorite principles in it is don't take advice from broke people. And I got to tell you, you and I probably know a lot of broke people that give a lot of advice. Don't take it. So there's a bunch of good stuff in there. And I really like their approach to personal finance. Because it teaches you not only to defend what you make, but how to go on the offense and bring in some more extra money. So, all right, that's the first 5. Temperance, silence, order, resolution, and frugality. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but Ben Franklin's autobiography is still one of the top-selling international books in the world till today. There's probably a combination of, 1, he's an internationally famous American citizen, and 2, his 13 virtues. That would be my assessment of it. So guys, thank you for joining me today. If you get value from this video, please like and share it. If you or someone you know is looking to level up your leadership skills, that's what I do at Turning Leaf Solutions. I help you with personal and professional development. I just put up on my website the personal results from the work that I do. These are actual written review of my performance on a contract that I work part-time. So, there's a calendar link on the page right at the bottom of turningleafs.com. That's leafs.com. And you can get right on there and click that, and there's time scheduled so we can get a 30-minute session, and you can see whether you'd be a good fit to work with me. I've worked with a lot of people, and I'm pretty sure I can help any one of you that want to come and work with me. So, Happy New Year. This is my first video of the new year. I've got 2 more of this for Ben Franklin coming, and then I'm going to be working through some other material. I've got a book that I'm just about finished. I'm super excited to go ahead and do that book review probably the end of this week, maybe early next week. So, my friends, thank you for spending time with me. Again, if you get value from this video, please like and share. If you're on YouTube or one of the other video sharing sites, go ahead and sub, please. Let's get the word out. And not because I need you guys, but because I'm hoping to inspire people and to encourage them to pick up another book, to read it, and to install new software and upgrade your thinking. All right, my friends, take care. Wish you all the best.